Saturday night is ready for a fight. So let's cross it out and let's talk about Collision. Come on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cross You Out podcast. And of course, I am your host, Eric Cross. And in today's show, we're going to get into the second episode of Collision. We're also going to be talking about a little bit more about Forbidden Door. This Sunday, excuse me, I am filming today on Saturday, but we'll be talking about that. And we won't have time to talk about the cigar that I smoked. I will be putting that off for just a few weeks or so, just because it's my schedule's kind of out of whack. I need to get adjusted to where I'm able to record, smoke a cigar, enjoy it, and give you my honest thoughts about it. But for the most part, this is how it's going to be. Uh, Also, Forbidden Door is tomorrow, Sunday. So, unfortunately, I will not be able to get an episode out after the show because I will not be watching the show. Unfortunately, I have to work. Life comes into effect, and that's fine. But I will be coming with you guys sometime during the week with the episode of Forbidden Door. And I said Collision earlier, but I meant Forbidden Door. Um, yes, Forbidden Door this Sunday. I'm gonna miss it, but I have it. I will be able to watch it, and you know, it's no issue of me not being able to find it or get it. It's just I'm gonna be very extremely busy with work and life. So at some point, I will be able to get on and give you my honest opinion of Forbidden Door. I cannot wait for this time of Forbidden Door. New Japan and AEW is going to be absolutely amazing. This one they're pulling out no stops for this, so we'll get into that in just a few minutes. But let's get into Collision. Excuse me. So the show starts off in a kind of a different way. It shows off with a early kind of promo between all four members of each team going that's going to be in the main event of the show. CM Punk, FTR, and Ricky Starks versus the Guns, Bullet Club, Juice Robinson, Switchblade, Jay White. And first promo out, CM Punk starts the show off like last week. I don't know if this is going to be a continuation, and every week we're going to see a CM Punk promo, but it was good seeing the kind of a different opening to the show, and you can tell it's kind of different from Dynamite, from Rampage, where honestly I haven't really watched Rampage that much to know what kind of setup they have and what kind of what they're doing differently between all three shows, but I can tell this one's going to be kind of a different episode or a different show that they are going to be putting on. So that's really good. Make the show its own. Make the show something different. Um, you know, make it different from Dynamite. Make it different from Rampage. So that's pretty good. I like that, honestly. But we start off the show again, promo, talking about the main event, CM Punk, FTR, and Ricky Starts. Just, starting it off. And then we got a promo right after that from Jay White, Juice Robinson, the Guns, and the Guns, excuse me. Um, back and forth, getting ready for the main event, getting you hyped up for the main event. So this is hopefully again, this is how Collision is gonna continue to make itself different from Dynamite, and I like it. I like it a lot. We also got another promo from Chris Jericho, and Sting and Darby Allin were supposed to come out and say who their Forbidden Door tag team partner is going to be for the trios uh, matchup that's going to be against uh, Chris Jericho, uh, Sammy Guevara, and the Murder Grandpa himself. Um, we got a surprise. It was it was Naito. Sting comes out. Um, here comes Darby Allin with him. They say, or Jericho interrupts Tony Schiavone in the beginning. Uh, here and then, he's talking about the continuing the story between him and Sammy Guevara, trying to make Sammy a face. Honestly, I think this guy is too far gone to be able to come back as a face. I don't like seeing Sammy Guevara on TV. He just comes off too and I know his character. His character is, I'm or was at this point, up until this point, uh, that he is a cocky, arrogant type of guy. Whatever's I'm better than you type of stuff. Um, so when you're trying to get yourself back over out of nowhere and becoming a baby face, what was it, a couple months ago, um, that just it doesn't it doesn't it doesn't help yourself, basically. Um, you know, can he come back and be a baby face? Possibly, but will I, as myself, will I accept Sammy Guevara as a babyface? No. Mm-mm. Wouldn't do it. But we got Murder Grandpa and Chris Jericho out there interrupt Tony Schiavone, trying to figure out who's going to be their partner. And I made it, and I already said it. It's going to be Naito. Um, he's going to supposedly the only man that has beaten Chris Jericho in for the Intercontinental Championship um, back in the day, when they had their match over at I believe it was Wrestle Kingdom. Um, so that's going to be a good trios match. Naito, Sting, and Darby Allin versus Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Murder Grandpa himself. So that's pretty cool. We also got a promo from Miro. Three promos in a row. There's wasn't no action in the thing, but again, watching this, I didn't really notice that until I was just talking about this. Um, we got a Redeemer promo, basically shunning and saying that I don't believe in my God and this and that. I love Miro's delivery. I love how he continues to change up his character, even though it's somewhat the same. Really good. I really enjoy it. I want to see more Miro. Please give me more Miro. Um, so we got Swerve Strickland versus Hiroshi Tanahashi from New Japan. Again, seeing Tanahashi out there, the ace himself. Um, you can tell the age is coming up, brother. You can tell his him going out there over the time that he's had over the years has caught up to him, and he's showing it really bad. Um, it wasn't a bad match at all. It was still a really good match, but you can tell that Tanahashi is almost to that point where he needs to hang up the boots and walk off into the sunset. But great match. Tanahashi picks up the victory. Then all of a sudden, here comes MJF's music hits. Boom. Is he gonna come out? Is he gonna attack him? What's gonna happen? No, he shows up on the big screen and basically just says, the only reason and the only way that I will agree to be there at Forbidden Door and even in Canada um, is that we open the match, open up the show with our match. So the first match of Forbidden Door tomorrow night will be MJF and Tona. And I can't believe he did that. That's good. I love the promo he did. Tanahashi versus MJF one on one. The first match that's going to start uh, Forbidden Door. So that's really funny. Really good. Um, then we go into Brody King versus Andrade Al Idolo. Um, Great little story they were telling. Love the moonsault from the outside or to the outside by Andrade, and man, I didn't say this last time, but the commentary team of Kevin Kelly, and I don't know if anybody doesn't know who Kevin Kelly is, but if you don't know who Kevin Kelly is, he was a former uh, backstage announcer for WWF. He was also an announcer for, I believe, Superstars or Saturday Night's Main Event, one of the or Shotgun Saturday Night, possibly. But he was a commentator. He was a Ring of Honor commentator for a little bit. He's the New Japan uh, um English announce crew, a part of the English announce crew. Um, you gotta love it. And then, of course, my hero, the man that honestly I can say that is has put um, I would say a mentor, a uh, a hero to myself, Nigel McGuinness, one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time. If you don't know who Nigel McGuinness is, please go back and watch some of his matches with Brian Danielson. Uh, you know, to but Roderick Strong. There was, I believe, there was a Samoa Joe match with him. Just so many Ring of Honor matches that have happened for the Pure Championship, also for the Ring of Honor World Championship. I mean, most people are going to know him mostly for the Brian Danielson, uh, Nigel McGuinness matches, the one in London. Uh, you know, Pure Championship on the line. They did the unification match. They also got signed at the same time for WWE. A lot of bad things that happen after the fact, but nonetheless, seeing Nigel McGuinness on or hearing Nigel McGuinness on TV is absolutely amazing, and I truly love that. So great back and forth match on this match. Andrade picks up the victory over Brody King, and again, here comes here comes Buddy Matthews, and we're continuing this feud that is going on with Andrade. They think that they got him, on the ropes, but Andrade he got some plans coming. So that's good. I like that. Christian came out, did a promo, basically, trying to get heat like always, saying that there's no longer going to be any open title matches for the television or for the TNT title, um, and nothing really exciting or really noteworthy for this promo. It was just meh. Um, let's see. Then we go into our next match, Nyla Rose versus Willow Nightingale, um, for the Owen Hart tournament, for the women's Owen Hart tournament. And back and forth matchup. Really, really good match between them. Willow does pick up the victory on this. I like that they're pushing Willow Nightingale more and more. Let's see what they do with this. In my eyes, I think I would put Willow Nightingale on this matchup between Britt Baker and Willow one on one in in the finals. Um, you can have her go off and Britt Baker's about to win, and then here comes the outcast, and they cause her to lose so she does not become a two-time Owen Hart or back-to-back Owen Hart champion, tournament champion. That's one idea, but I would like to see that. Um, so Willow Nightingale wins, picks up the victory, moves on. Another promo by Scorpio Sky. Hopefully, we get to see him very soon. There was some promos for the Owen Hart tournament with every single competitor. They show off the women's bracket as well, and Sky Blue also advances in the tournament to continue on with this. So I really enjoy this. This is really good. This is really one thing that's going to be really good. Um, let's see. So that is going to be really good on that. Powerhouse Hobbs comes out and face. Let's see, who did he face? Jeremy Prophet, I believe another indie worker. He pretty much got squashed by Powerhouse. Powerhouse picks up the victory, and yeah, that was good. So we go on to the main event of the show. I'm reading my notes right now, so I'm just kind of seeing what happened, what I remember from it as well. So the main event: CM Punk, FTR, and Ricky Starks versus the Bullet Club Gold and the Guns. So this match was not as good as last week's main event matchup, um, but it was still a good main event match. We did get a surprise finish from this, but you know, I don't know if it's trying to take off the ring rust, and he hasn't been in the ring for a while. Um, but CM Punk is really looking like he is um, a little too stiff, and I don't mean in the fact that he is, hitting people too hard. He is stiff like a board, basically. Um, he needs to loosen himself up a little bit. I don't know if it's because of the fact that you know he's kind of somewhat brittle, and that happens over time. You wrestle so long. You do all that crazy shit that you used to do back in the day, and it catches up to you one way or another. You know, Father Time wins, brother. He's the one person that will never kick out. Um, it was a good it was a good 8-man tag. Really, really good. Um, but CM Punk, FTR, and Ricky Starks pick up a losing effort against Bullet Club Gold and the Guns. The Guns, Bullet Club pick up the victory, and that is a big surprise to see that happen out of nowhere. But it's worthy, So I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed seeing the heels go over, but hopefully, because again, you don't want to see CM Punk win over and over and over and over and over again. He at some point he has to lose. He has to, take that L, and hopefully that continues on. He should be at a point where he can take the loss, he can take that, but still have that name, because that's all he is. He has the name, he has that value. He can elevate other people by losing. He's not he's not um, he's not indestructible when it comes to losing. So really good seeing the heels go over again. I really enjoyed that. This Collision. It's the second episode. Honestly, I feel like it was a really good episode. Wasn't as good as last week, but again, what show is better than the week before or the week after? Sometimes they like what was it, a few months ago, where AEW for almost a month was giving us a show after show after show, an amazing show, you know. Um, but they all can't be the winners. They all can't be the best. They all can't be the top of the show. But at the same time, as long as they keep on doing stuff, and as long as they keep on shaking things up and making it kind of somewhat different, then you're winning by me. So that's all that matters to me. Continuously showing that you're evolving, and showing that yeah, last week was bad, but this week is better. Show you can turn it around, basically. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen. So the collision is done. I'm going to be out the door real quick, right here, right now. Like I said, sometime this week. Hopefully, sometimes this week, I will give you my review on Forbidden Door. Um, I will also be talking about the cigars that I smoke very soon. This month's box, I have smoked those cigars before, but you know that was like a year or 2 years ago, um, and next month's what is it? July's box is going to be coming very soon. So it's I don't want to be backed up, and hopefully being able to give you guys a good review. Even though some of them are short, some of them are a little longer than usual, but I do want to talk about cigars, and also I'm going to be talking about my EDC, the stuff that I've been carrying, the things that I've changed over the times. Like what my key setup is. Um, you know my Civivi Elemental, as you can see right here. Then I also have my my QSP Penguin. Um, this one I love. This is my work. Um, this is my work knife. So it is a brass handle, and I can't wait to see all the patina on this one. So I'm very excited about that. Um, yeah, I want to get into all the EDC stuff as well. My everyday carry. I'm not talking about the rave concerts and stuff like that. I will. I can't do that. I'm too old for that. But again, I want to talk about my EDC, everything, everyday carry, and you know, the cigars that I smoke. I'm talking about that. Professional wrestling. That is my life. Um, but yeah, we'll get into that no matter what. We'll find a way. We'll talk about it. I will never stop doing this. This is too much fun. I love doing this, and I love the reactions that I get from some people that I've talked to about it, and you know, and if you want to continue to, if you want to go out and do your own podcast, go out and do your podcast. Learn by doing. You don't always have to take classes to continue to do stuff. You can learn on the job somewhat. You know, learn what you can do, learn what you have to do, and then wing it. That's pretty much what I've done for this whole entire time. I went from audio to video to a side setup, like where you're able to see the TV before, to now to this setup, how it looks now. I love this setup. I love seeing my humidor right there. I love seeing my pair of boots that I've worn over the time. um, yeah, I got my cigars bands right there. I might do something with that. I might even put it on there. That would be cool. But nonetheless, if you want to do your own podcast, go out and do it. Learn on the job, learn what works and what sounds good as well. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm running out of my voice right now, but everything's going to be down below. Go to my storefront tier for all my shirts, the Cross You Out Podcast t shirts. Go to the Pro Wrestling Tees for the Eric Cross t shirts. Also, the agency t shirts as well. Um, the Randumb podcast to be named later. I know it's still on hiatus, but go back and watch and listen to some of the older podcasts that they did. Um, really good stuff. Jonesin as well. He'll be talking about some MLB, football stuff. Sports basically. Um, but yeah, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, also, go to Pravada Cigar Club as well. Um, but with that being said, Cross out. Good night, everybody.